Hey fam, Megan here, gonna take you through a little workout that you can get done at home. I've got 2 exercises that require weights out of a lot of exercises today. So if you don't have any weights, feel free to do a different exercise or just skip right past that. So most of this is gonna be body weight, lower body, lots of core, and a little bit of upper body again if you have those weights. If you don't, just give me some push-ups and call it a day. All right, so I'm gonna take you through the first 2 exercises. We're gonna do a squat. We're gonna do a squat with a twist. The number is 10 here, but those first 2 exercises, we're gonna do 2 rounds of that before we move on, okay? And once we get through the list of exercises, we're gonna start back at the top. So it's doubled up with both exercises. So first exercise is gonna be a squat. Second exercise is squat with a twist. So you can go right into that. You can stop after the first round, take a breather before you go back into that squat twist. So we're gonna start with those feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, toes out ever so slightly. We're gonna sit the weight back in the heels, and we're gonna drop it down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Trying to keep that chest nice and open. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come behind the head, elbows wide. We're gonna squat, twist for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Again, trying to keep that chest open. Try not pulling on the back of that head. Nice little rotation from the middle. Last one. You want to pause, you want to go right back into it, go right back into it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right into that squat with the twist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Go ahead, take a second, take a breather. Next 2 exercises. We're gonna take a sumo squat, then we're gonna take a single leg deadlift. So we went from the front side of the legs with those squats to the back side of the legs with sumo squats and single leg deadlifts. So we're gonna bring those feet wider, toes angled out about 45 degrees. We're gonna think about keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips here. We're gonna bend the knees as we press up. I want you to think about pulling those heels toward each other, feeling that transfer through the back side of the body. Squeeze at the top. Think about keeping that tummy nice and tight. Slow and controlled is the way to go here. We got 5 more. 2. Last one. Then we're gonna roll right into those single leg deadlifts. So we really gotta slow it down here. Core is gonna be everything. And remember, it's not about depth, it's about length. So we're gonna work single sides. We shift the weight onto one leg. And what we're gonna do is we hinge forward at the hips. That back leg comes behind the body, pressing through the heel. Little bend in that standing leg. Try and keep those hips nice and even. Press through the heel of that standing leg. Bring it back up top. 10 on each leg. Keeping that chest nice and open. Keeping that tummy tight. Here I like to pick a focal point. Here I like to not talk too much because we lose that core control when we talk. We got 3 more. Really reaching back with that back leg. Good, same thing other side. I'm gonna go ahead and face you for this other side so you get both angles. Nice open chest, nice tight tummy. Shift the weight onto that standing leg. Reach back and hinge. So that standing leg's getting a lot of work. So the tighter we keep that tummy, the more control we're gonna have in that balance. You're gonna wanna keep that head up because that helps keep the chest open. Little fingertips on the tummy as a reminder to stay nice and tight through that middle. Remember, we want to keep a bend in that standing leg. We don't want to do this with locked out knees. We got 3 more. Last one. Good. Now that we got through that first round, we're going to go right back into it. A little more wherewithal on how those exercises need to be done. Shoulders over hips, drop it down, drag the heels toward each other. Feel that transfer through the backside of the body. Squeeze at the top, because why not? Four more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good, right into those single leg deadlifts. We got 10 on each side, then we're moving on. I'm gonna give you another angle for these. So shift the weight onto that standing leg. Thinking about keeping the hips nice and even. Hinge at the hips. Reach back with that back leg. Press through the heel. Bring it up top. Chest open, tummy tight. Back stays nice and flat. Halfway through this side. Two more. Good, same thing, other side, and then we're gonna move on. Remember, I'm a fitness instructor. If that was only 9 or if it was 11, just get to 10 or do the wrong number with me, it's fine. All right, shift the weight, reach, press through the heel, bring it up. A little bit of wobble in that standing leg is good. It means you're working. We got 4 more. And remember, if you need to tap that foot to the ground in between each rep, please tap that foot to the ground in between each rep. Also, if the balance just isn't working with you, take these exercises near a wall to help with that stability. That might have been 4. I'm going to do 1 more just for good measure. Good. All right, now we're going to move on. Give the legs a little bit of a rest. Not really. We've got 2 plank exercises. First is going to be a plank with a leg lift. Second is going to be that in and out plank. So again, 10 is going to be the number here. So we come on to the mat or to the floor. You don't even need a mat for this. We're going to set the hands up so they're directly under the shoulders. And we're going to bring that body in a nice long line. Feel free to do this first one on those forearms if you need to. Just make sure the elbows are directly under the shoulders if you take it lower. We're going to start keeping that leg nice and long and just lifting, lowering for 10. Try not to let those hips sink. Keeping that tummy nice and tight. We got 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, going right into that other side for 10. Try not to let that hip open up too much. We want to think about keeping them nice and even. Really focusing on that glute. We got 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last one. Now for that second plank exercise, 10's gonna feel like a lot because we're taking one leg in and out. So we're gonna come back up into that tall plank. One leg works the whole time. So let's go ahead and start with the leg that's facing you guys. We're gonna take it in and across to the opposite elbow. We're gonna lengthen. We're gonna bring it to the outside. Lengthen in between each bend. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Feel free to rest in between. If you're ready, we're going to go right to the other side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. We're going to go through that plank series one more time before we move on. So we start back, plank leg lifts. Again, take as much rest as you need to in between any and all of these exercises. If you want to keep that heart rate going though, keep that rest minimal. All right, so we're back at the top, starting with that plank with a leg lift, 10 on each side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right to the other side for 10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take a second. Shake those arms out. Last of the plank series for this round. Back up, tall plank, in and out for 10. If you feel those hips start to sink, please drop to your knees. Take a second, recharge, come back up, finish strong. We got 3 more on this side. 2, 1, and 1. Reset. Final side. Look at that, you guys already got me sweating, huh? Maybe that's a pre-workout, I don't know. Here we go. In, out, in, out. Strong, powerful breathing coming from the belly will help with the strength and with the control. We got 4 more. Last one. Good, go ahead and take a second to breathe. All right, so after that plank series, we are going to get into the 2 exercises, 4 exercises that require dumbbells. I know my shoulders are on fire, so if you don't have weights, don't feel bad. We do get some work in when we do any type of planks for that upper body. So you're going to grab whatever set of dumbbells you have. Please modify depending on the weight of those dumbbells. So 10's the number. We're going to take a bicep curl, but we're going to take a dual bicep curl. So it's going to be a curl in. We're going to rotate at the shoulders, elbows dig into the body. We're going to take a curl out. That's 1. In and out. That's 2. You want to make sure you keep a nice neutral stance, soft knees, and a tight tummy, making sure we don't arch out that back. Also try not to let those shoulders cave in forward. Again, nice open chest. Goes along with the tight tummy and a neutral spine. We got 5. It might be 6. Again, you guys know I can't count. So, what's one more rep? Here's 8. Here's 9. Here's 10. And 10. So I know I have 10s at home. I might have just broken that down into 10 curls down the middle and then get into the tricep exercises we're about to do. Break it up however you need to. All right, we're gonna take those dumbbells up and overhead. I recommend staggering that stance. It just makes it a lot easier to keep a neutral spine. Think about tucking that pelvis up toward the body. We're gonna think about also keeping those elbows in and keeping some space between the shoulders and the ears. We're gonna slowly drop those dumbbells back behind, extend overhead for 10. We got 5 more. Again, if you're working with those heavy dumbbells, feel free to do this exercise with just one of them. 2 more. Last one. We're gonna bring them back up and over. We're gonna hinge at the hips, bring those arms in line with the body, tight tummy, neutral spine, and we're gonna kick it back for 10. Squeeze those triceps at the extension. We got 3 more, keeping the shoulders back and the chest open. Good. Now we've done everything twice, so we're gonna do this one twice. We're back to those bicep curls, in and out. Nice neutral stance, tight tummy. We curl it in, rotate, we curl it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. 1. You want to go right into those triceps. Double it over. Stagger that stance. Dumbbells come up tall. Drop it down for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them back up and over, hinge at the hips. Tuck those arms up by your side, kick it back for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're into our final 2 exercises before we start back up at the top. You're going to only need 1 dumbbell for these last 2 exercises. For the second exercise, if you're feeling frisky, you can grab 2 dumbbells. But we're going to take it all the way down to the mat. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to have 1 leg bent and 1 leg straight. We're going to grab one of those dumbbells, and we're going to stack the wrist over the elbow, like we're getting ready to do a chest press, but we're not going to do that chest press. What we're going to do is we're going to press that dumbbell up at the same time that opposite leg comes up to meet it. Think about bringing that dumbbell as close to the foot as you can. 10 on each side. Using that free arm for support on the ground next to you. We got 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Remember to come all the way up and all the way down in between each rep so you get that wider range of motion through the midsection. Second side, going for 10. Remember to exhale as you lift. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway. 3 more. Then finally, you're gonna double it up. So 1 dumbbell and or 2, like I said, if you're feeling frisky. We're gonna stack both legs over the hips. We're gonna reach the dumbbells towards the toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep lengthening through the legs, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got one more round to get through, then we start back at the top. So one leg comes long, one leg stays bent. We go back down to that single dumbbell, free hand on the ground for support. Inhale, exhale and lift. Remember, only come up as far as you feel comfortable coming up. If that's what you got, that's good by me. You want to get a little more height, go for a little more height. We got 2 more. Last one. And switch. Deep breath in. Exhale for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lastly, we finish with that double arm, double leg, curl up. Deep breath in, exhale for 10. We got 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last one. Whew, we've made it through round 1. I'd recommend now grabbing a drink of water, taking a few deep breaths, resetting your mind, resetting your body. We're gonna get ready for round 2. All right, kiddos, you should be feeling pretty good after that first round. So here's the deal. With that first round, we did doubles of everything. If you're really feeling it, feel free to start with triples. Drop down second round to doubles, drop down last round to singles. You can do back-to-back rounds of doubles. I'm gonna take you through this final round and we're only gonna do singles. So 10's the magic number. We're going from one exercise to the next till we reach the end, okay? So we're gonna start with that squat. We go right into that squat twist. I'll take a little pause, get us set up for the next 2, but that's how it's gonna go. So we start with those feet, just slightly wider than shoulder width. If you're comfortable in your squats to take those feet shoulder width and have those toes pointing straight forward, feel free to do that too. I still got room for improvement with my squats. That's why I need my toes turned out just a little bit. All right, nobody's perfect. Do your best. Let's get busy. We're gonna take it down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keeping those feet nice and flat on the ground the whole time, making sure we're not pushing off with just the toes or with just the heels. We got 2 more. Last one, right into that squat with the twist. Squat, twist, squat, twist. Try to make sure that twist is coming from the middle and not from the neck. We got 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last one. All right, sumo squats are up next. So again, we go from the front side of the body to the back side of the body. So we bring those feet wider than shoulder width, and we want those toes out at 45 degrees. Shoulders over hips, like a ballerina or a sumo wrestler. We drop it down, press through the heels, squeeze at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Single leg deadlifts coming up next. So we shift the weight onto one leg, tummy's nice and tight, shoulders are back. If you need support, go near a wall, take it slow, tap the foot in between each rep if you need to reset your balance. Here we go. Reaching back with that back leg, keeping the tummy tight, press through the heel, lift the body back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same thing, take it at your speed, take it at your pace. I want controlled movement. Other side, shift the weight, reach back for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, doing the best you can, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Like I said, feel free to double those up if you want. And just know that what challenges you is what you probably need to do more of. And I know for a lot of us it's balance. So that's why I try and throw a little bit of balance work into every exercise workout that we do here. All right, moving it down to the mat for those plank exercises. So I'm going to do the first set on my forearms, just so you can see what that looks like. Second set kind of needs to be done on the hands. So we start with those plank leg lifts, elbows set up right under the shoulders, body's nice and long. Take that leg up for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, go right to the other side for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Right into that tall plank, in and out. Opposite elbow, lengthen, outside elbow, lengthen. 10 on each leg. Deep breath in. Here we go for 10. Here's 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Take a second. So you go through that second side nice and strong. Back up into that tall plank. Deep breath in for 10. Here's 7. Make sure those hips aren't dropping. Here's 4. 3. 2. 1. And 1. Nice work. Again, if you don't have those weights, feel free to do a second and or third set of those because you should feel nice and warm through that upper body if you you have the weights, grab them. Biceps and triceps, we start with those biceps. Active stance, soft knees, tight tummy. We're curling in and out for 10. Halfway there. We got 3 more. Last one. Double them over. Stagger the stance. Bring them up top. Bend the elbows. Drop the weights behind for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them back out front. Hinge at the hips. Bend the knees. Tighten the tummy. Kick them back for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We have arrived at the last 2 exercises. So we take it down on the mat. One leg's long, one leg's bent. We've got that dumbbell in the opposite arm of that long leg. Free arm is there for support. And we're curling it up for 10. 9, 8. Bring that dumbbell slightly across the body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Deep breath in. Exhale and curl. Halfway there. Last one. All right, let's get into that double curl and get done with it. Stack the legs, stack the arms, reaching the dumbbell towards the toes. Here we go for 10. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, we're gonna put that dumbbell down. We're gonna lengthen the legs. We're gonna lengthen the arms. We're gonna reach the 2 away from each other like you're on a stretching machine. Just lengthening the body. Thinking about releasing anything that might be feeling tight or tense. And letting the mind process what the body just accomplished. Thank you guys for showing up to today's workout with me. It could be tomorrow's workout, it could be next week's workout. Just know that we're doing this for you guys because we miss you guys. We want you to stay healthy, stay in shape, and know that we are here and we're in this together. And we don't have to get out of shape while we're in it.